Man, oh man, did we have a lot of Eagles memories in the past 75 years the Eagles have been around. Just like Miracles in the Meadowlands 1, 2, and 3.
The Meadowlands. Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Ron Jaworski had just thrown his third interception of the game. The Giants took over with a 17-12 lead in less than 2 minutes remaining. On first down, Giants quarterback Joe Pisarcik, with no direction from the sideline, knelt down 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. But the Eagles and linebacker Frank LeMaster were blitzing anyway. On second down, Pisarcik got a play call from Giants offensive coordinator Bob Gibson. Pro up 65, an off-tackle run for fullback Larry Zonka. On third down, with 31 seconds on the clock and the credits rolling on CBS's telecast, the Giants ran the same play again from their own 29-yard line.
Here, it took a good bounce. I was fortunate enough to scoop it and score, and then obviously after all that, Giant Stadium got real quiet.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I do not believe what has occurred here, ladies and gentlemen.
The Giants fired Gibson after the game. He never called another NFL play. Gibson, reached at his home in Florida, said, "I haven't talked about it in 30 years, and I am not going to start now."
Football in general learned a very valuable lesson.
Almost immediately, winning teams changed the way they handled the ball at the end of close games. The so-called miracle at the Meadowlands was the origin of today's victory formation, a protective kneel-down play by the quarterback designed to run out the clock.
The next week, somebody did it in the NFL. I know they did. I remember them showing it. I go, well, I invented a formation.
That was sort of the last straw, because we actually invented a way to lose the game that no one else had ever done.
Well, he's going to have plenty of time on the clock, even though he has no timeouts. A minute and a half, that's a lot of time.
Jeff Eagles will kick, and you know it'll be a directional kick attempt. Bounces at the 21 and picked up by Westbrook. Westbrook on the return. Here comes Westbrook. He's got a lead. Here comes Westbrook. He gets by. Brian Westbrook going all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. No flags now. And the Eagle bench is going wild.
Why in the world do you punt that football where it can be returned? You're inside the 50-yard line. Why in the world are you not kicking that ball out of bounds?
85 yards, Troy.
We talked about it earlier. Jeff Eagles is third in the NFL, putting the ball inside the 20-yard line. He did that twice in the first half. That time he doesn't even try to put it out of bounds. He tries to pooch punt it, and he gives him an opportunity to return it. Doesn't make sense.
Oh my goodness.
The Giants 31, the Eagles 10.
With 8:17 left in the game.
Vick takes the snap. He's looking. He floats it. Good. Running with the football is Selleck. Touchdown! Quick. The Eagles' hopes have just been heightened. Akers to kick off. It's an onside kick. Covered by Riley Cooper. 6 minutes to play. Third down. It goes to Vick. Quarterback draw. He's in! He's back. He looks. He fires. Complete. And Macklin sidesteps and runs in for the touchdown!
The Eagles are going to have Deshaun Jackson back, of course.
It's a knuckler. Jackson takes it at the 35. Fumbles it. Picks it up. Looks for running room. He's at the 40. He's at the 45. Oh! He's going to go! Deshaun Jackson! Oh!
Wow.
Game over!
It's a wrap.
Game over! I don't care if he jumps, dives, he's running around, and he is in the end zone!
The brutal beatings on the Cowboys to go into the playoffs.
Backs side by side. McNabb sneaks. He's in! Touchdown! Nab in the gun. He's back. He looks. He fires. He's got Buckholder. He's in for the touchdown! Westbrook. McNabb fakes. He rolls. He throws. Complete. Touchdown! Brad Selleck. Back goes Romo again. He steps up. He hit. It's fumbled. It is picked up. Running with the football is Chris Clemens. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown! On the far side, the Barber. Barber fumbles the football. It's stripped away. It's picked up. It's Hanson down the near sideline. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown! And the Eagles have defeated the Dallas Cowboys 44-6. They are heading to the playoffs.
Brian Dawkins smashing highlights. Chuck Bednarik's waiting play.
Donald catching a pass and crashing into a snowbank in the end zone. And who will ever forget the stars of that game? Norm Van Brocklin and Clarence Peaks and Pete Retzlaff and Bobby Walston and Chuck Bednarik and Maxie Vaughn.
See Bednarik just making that last tackle and sitting on Jim Taylor and watching that clock run down in Franklin Field and just the mayhem that ensued from there.
Turned out later that you look back on it and you say, God, what a great team the Eagles beat in that championship game. But going into it, you thought, who are the Green Bay Packers? Well, the world soon found out.
The only team to ever beat the great Vince Lombardi in the playoffs, that's the 1960 Eagles.
Bednarik's hit around the world.
I mean, he got hit, Bednarik hit him and he just leveled Frank. I mean, Frank was level and knocked him cold, of course. And Frank missed a whole year of football the following season. That's how hard he got hit. I thought Bednarik killed him.
His head snapped, he went backwards, and the ball flew in the air. And there it was. Chuck Weber fell on it. I knew the game was over. I had no idea where Frank Gifford was, and then when I saw him recover the ball and I turned around, and then simultaneously I was with a gesture like this, standing over him, and I said these exact words, "This effing game is over."
The mile-long 4th and 26.
That game was over. Green Bay won that game. 4th and 26, you don't make.
4th and 26, and you say, all right, this is over.
You know, there's no way this is happening. It's not a chance. The Eagles are going to lose. It's going to be an awful day on the radio for us that fans are going to be unhappy.
And there's no way the Eagles pull this thing off.
Here it is 4th and 26. McNabb is back. He's looking. He is firing, and it is caught by Freddie Mitchell. Short of a first. I don't know, did he get it? Does he have a first down? He does. He does have a first down. He's across midfield, and he's into Packer territory at the 46.
And I'll never forget the wounded duck that he threw up there. I mean, if there were guys out there who went duck hunting, they were pulling out their guns going, that's just, that's easy for me to get down.
The utter disbelief that Brett Favre threw that ball up like a punt.
Favre looks, pumps, he is firing deep, Brian Dawkins interception. He's at the 35-40. He's at the 45-50. He cuts back. He's at the 40. He's at the 35. He's down to the 33. B-Dawk just made a huge play. What a way to end the game, as David Akers has just kicked the field goal that has sent the Eagles into the NFC Championship game as they beat the Green Bay Packers 20-17.
McCoy's huge snowball game. The hard to catch highlights from Shady. Stuffed twice.
The hated divisional rival Dallas Cowboys came to the vet for a Week 15 matchup with the Eagles.
Handoff to Waters. He's in. Touchdown. And the Eagles are back in this game.
Not to punt the football.
They give it to Smith. He doesn't make it. They stop him. Oh, they're going to call the 2-minute warning. They're going to say it was no play. Eagles stopped him once, and they stopped him again. Here we go, 4th down. They give it to Smith, and they stop him again. They stop him again. And this time they can't take it away from the Eagles. The same play.
And I can't believe Barry Switzer goes with the same play.
Ball is spotted. The kick is away. It's long enough. It's gone! The Eagles beat the Dallas Cowboys 20-17.
Super Bowl bound.
The Philadelphia Eagles, led by quarterback Ron Jaworski, took on Tom Landry's Dallas Cowboys for the right to play in Super Bowl 15. Eagles running back Wilbert Montgomery would break a 42-yard touchdown in the first quarter to put the Eagles on the board first. But Montgomery would be too much for the Dallas D to handle, rushing for 194 yards and a score on the day. A 20-yard field goal by Tony Franklin would seal it for Philadelphia. Harold Carmichael and the Eagles would advance to the franchise's first Super Bowl with the victory in front of a packed Veterans Stadium crowd, 20-7.
And finally in Philly.
24 years we've been waiting. 24 long years. Snap back. Fires. Yes, touchdown!
The Eagles would jump out to a 14-3 lead against the Falcons at the Link. And the defense, led by Brian Dawkins, was laying out bone-chilling hits in the frigid Philadelphia air.
Michael Vick being taken down by a defensive end just doesn't happen.
Vick wants to throw. Intercepted. Dawkins. Brian Dawkins has himself a pick.
The Birds defense held Michael Vick to only 136 yards passing and 26 yards on the ground. Meanwhile, Donovan McNabb would add some insurance with his second touchdown pass.
These fans who have suffered for so many years are finally going to have an opportunity to rejoice. The Eagles are headed to the Super Bowl.
Philadelphia 27, Atlanta 10.
I hope you enjoyed this video, Grandpa. Get well soon. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!